Alright. And we're off. That's good. Hello, everyone. Okay. Greetings, everyone. We are here with the new live stream, and with me right now is Mr. Nico, who is on a visit from California for 2 weeks until the 28th of August. So thank you for being here with me. It's very fun for you to be here with me.
Very much so.
Very nice to be here, for you to be here. So, yes. So, you've never played Metal Gear before?
Once, but not for a long time.
Okay. But this is Metal Gear Solid 3, and I would say this is a very solid place to start because it's the beginning of the whole chronology.
Yeah.
This is where the whole story starts. But you can start off with like either Metal Gear Solid 1 or MGS 3 or MGS 5, I suppose. But this is a very good start. So we're doing Metal Gear Solid 3, so you can just press start game. The HD version. I'm just gonna keep this up. Alright. So, you've never been to Sweden before. This is your first trip to Sweden. You're here with me, staying with me for 2 weeks. My hubby. I made this yesterday, right?
Yeah.
You want to taste?
Doesn't taste as bad as the
Vitamin C.
no, as the what is it? I'm trying to say Calvary. It's not Calvary. I forgot what it's called. The fish paste. The fish paste caviar I tried.
Oh yeah, you tried caviar.
Oh my god. I'm so surprised you put so much on a spoon.
Actually, you can just press start because we're gonna see this intro later anyway. Oops. I'm not gonna watch this. I'm just gonna share my link.
Oh, new game?
Yes, you can press new game. So let's see. There are some differences with this. You can just press. I mean, you played a Portable Ops.
Yeah, but
before.
But this was a long time ago.
Yeah. I would say you can pick. I just picked playing MGS series for the first time. Normal, I would say, is solid. Alright, here we go.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Sort of solid, but your typing skills are more solid.
Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute. All right. Ready to go.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass.
Alright.
Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
I get a Resident Evil vibe from this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How so?
I believe it's just the graphics, maybe.
Possibly. It says a PS2 game.
Yeah.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior
So that's the
connector.
HD version.
Put on your mask.
So they remastered Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and Peace Walker for PS3.
Does this Pennywise know what he's doing? Approaching release point. 10 minutes to drop off. Hey, you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
I'm gonna put on an extra pillow. Let's get farther off. I look like a short person on screen.
No, I'm a short person.
No.
We're the same height. We've come to realize.
Yeah.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Do let us know if there's any audio issues whatsoever. Feel free to chat it up.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees
Why
Celsius.
is
2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
Yeah. Alright. This is a very, it has a very
Falling
cool
at
spot.
130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the alarm bottle.
This is one for the history books. World's first Halo jump.
I am.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
So,
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
God be with you.
You should spread your wings. Does he get a 10 out of 10?
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. Succeeds will be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Now, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviet's top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit is the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he's become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was his family was also to be taken safely to the West. He used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece. The whole ordeal that left him exhausted. And we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research
Is that
facility
Jenny?
in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
Maybe I can see
The
it on
Cuban Missile
someone
Crisis.
respond to my post.
October
October
16th,
16th, 1962.
No.
President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were processing
How do you
intermediate
spell?
range
How do you
ballistic
pronounce that?
missiles
George?
in Cuba.
In Spanish, it's Jorge.
President Marcos
Okay.
English. Okay,
well, welcome.
Same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from Cuba.
Reminds me of the
But
tank.
the Soviets didn't
back
back
down.
down.
Was
Instead,
assassinating
placing their
public
armed forces on
first.
secondary alert.
Oh, yeah.
Missiles
Warcraft story.
US and Soviet forces went on alert for all-out nuclear war.
All to do
Negotiations were conducted with the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels and the and the hair hair-trigger standoff.
Finally,
on
October 28th,
28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the U.S. agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter
The
IRBMs
IRBMs
deployed in Turkey were obsolete. And we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It's either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my side. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yatsk, a place in the mountains 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved in there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon. It's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible still in the research facility. This is our last
gonna fire rockets.
Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
How much of a bigger dirty joke do you need?
Yeah.
Shooting rockets into the Virgin Cliff.
So this is one of the most loved games in the series, actually. Whereas, well, you'll see, and I'll explain as we go. This is a fresh playthrough for you, so I'll let you get the intuition.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yatsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west.
Would I have to change the control?
It's up to you.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is completed, we'll be facing a major crisis.
No, it's
The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. The recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The floating surface-to-air recovery system. Unfamiliar with the theory.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
It's been combat
proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a
parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two
6-barrel 20mm Falcon cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel and the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. All goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Danger and come on, come on. Danger had invaded Koch.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory. Somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name position will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
Survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one at a restaurant.
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site.
Oh, we got that, Nico.
You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later
when the
time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject. How exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a
Fixing it now. Yeah. Fixing it now.
Climb a tree. Stand in front of the tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. You can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. You need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
I think we can just do this. use this one anyway.
Alrighty.
Alright. Switched mics. Because we had it on the webcam right now, but I hope this is better. And we'll just use this. Yeah. Welcome, by the way. Striata. I think that's how you pronounce it. And Gamers Republic. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well.
That's not the action button.
Nope. That'll do it. Good. Very good. Put that there. So I played the Metal Gear games many times before, but Nico here, this is, well, he played Portable Ops like many years ago, so that's a very fresh playthrough for him. So yeah. And I'll be just giving him some guidance if he gets into a ditch or something. There you go.
Action button for me is always X. Why is it triangle?
I don't know. Alright.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Stuck.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Got it.
Use the survival
viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it will affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire.
Snake sounds like Kylo.
Almost like Kylo. Almost like Kylo.
Don't get too
happy with it.
The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment. Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate soldiers on covert ops like this one issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
Alright, how about that?
Thing they put in my tooth
I hope that's better.
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind.
I think just the mic device was on, like,
right?
the system sound or
I guess
something
that means I
for
can't
one
count
moment.
on any
Alright,
reinforcements.
hope that's better.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
You're a real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Can't
Who?
I just turn into
I'll introduce them
Junkrat
to
and
you.
blow the whole
This
thing
time,
to smithereens?
survival is of utmost
Well, you
importance.
do have the choice to.
The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic,
It's
so
up
to
to
speak,
you, really.
as well as recording your mission data.
Hopefully I can
She's a member of
dig into
Fox
my
as
mind
well, and
pull
she's
up
here
a
on the gunship with
sneak
me.
way like in
She?
All right,
Hello,
that's
Snake.
good.
I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield.
My name is,
After a week,
Jane
no
Doe.
one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Oh.
Very
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you were always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Here we go. And Snake, one more thing. You are powered. Attack!
I'm going to teach you one basic trick to not yell enemies.
Okay.
If you run up to them with your analog stick, you put it all, you run up to them, then you hold circle when you're up close to them, then you'll slam them on the ground and they'll be knocked out.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. That's the one thing I would say that the game needs to teach you early on. Because if you get into trouble, how the hell are you supposed to get out of trouble, really?
It's a trap. You can also lead by when you're running into some ice once. No, like while running. When you crouch, then you move, then you go into, then you crawl. Press X once while you're running. You do that. Okay.
So yeah.
How do you aim?
R1. You hold R1 to aim.
And then you fire with.
Square. You pull up your gun by holding square, and then you shoot by letting go. It may sound confusing, but really you'll get used to it quick.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Sweet.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Want to try switching camouflage?
Sure.
Press start.
Naked. No.
You can see the plus signs on how much more your percentage increases.
Okay.
Striata says if you want more info on the camo you're wearing, you can call the boss.
Okay.
Remember, you aim with R1, then hold up your gun by holding square, and then shooting by letting go.
So aim with R1 and then hold square.
Yeah.
I know, that's him.
Huh? You got him.
What is that?
It's another one over there. So yeah, it has pressure points. Some spots of the body make them fall asleep faster than other places.
I think I saw something.
Same procedure.
Huh. Guess I'm seeing things.
Right there.
No.
Nope. Didn't spot you. Nice job. There's a new cover.
That smile.
Well, Mr. Edus, I think you had a worse first playthrough, on this part at least. I never told you how Linus got through this part. Well, he would tranquilize them, but then he would crawl up to them and knife them to death. Huh? Alright, keep going. Go down. Run away!
How's it going, Linus?
Oh yeah, you would first drag them into the bushes and then you'd stab them. That's right. If there's anything guards hate, it's bees! Yeah, good times.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Ah, yes. Camouflage. It would work if you didn't have a blinking red light on your chest.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Did you wait?
No.
Look like you wait.
I didn't wait. Why would I wait?
No, just look at it like get over there. Because this has a 5-second delay, 2 or 3-second delay. 5 seconds delay. If it's 2 on the capture card and then 2 additional on the screen. Take your time, no stress. There's no time limit here. Oh yeah, if you look down at your gun, you can see the X04. That's the amount of suppressors you have.
Okay.
But they don't really drain that quickly, so you're good. Enemies are bound to hear you a lot more and from farther away if you don't have suppressors.
I'm just trying to see how many there are.
There's one thing left there. Careful. Get one kind of block will be like that. Here comes. Nice job. I think you can move your stick slower if you just do that. You can do it slow. You haven't been spotted yet. Huh? Shoot him. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, sleep lasts longer than knockout.
I can't read from here.
Strata said nice shooting.
Ah. If that's impressing, just wait till Overwatch.
Yeah. Oh shit. Shoot him. Nice.
I can stand it.
Well, how about that? You made it without being spotted once. That's not a lot of people make this on the first try without getting spotted. Well, you have my advice too. Hey, but it's all your gameplay, so.
I should probably take some advice from Linus and just pull him into a bush and stab him.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
No one's really like DSP.
Your CIA.
Only DSP is like DSP.
I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Yeah, you're right about that, Edus.
I have a message from
Optimism is key.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
DSP or Dark Side.
What does it mean?
Someone who plays
It
like a bunch
means
of games.
he's a man of his word.
And acts like a little kid around
We've
things
got
that
no
he
time
thinks
for
is
this.
wrong with
You
the
have to
game,
get
but
me out of
really
here
just
before
sucks
they
at it.
arrive.
That sounds like squeakers on TF2.
Who's they?
Yeah.
Colonel
Only he's,
Volgin of Gru.
30.
You in the West know him as
30
Thunderbolt.
adults, male.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
Never heard of him.
Well, he's an electric type, so he just sees something on the ground.
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant
like
killing me in the
Alfred has been in a
process,
lot
so it
of
would seem.
What, from Batman?
Yeah, Alfred from Batman.
Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You
hello, hello.
Out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, you're right. Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so?
Escort him out.
America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
He's like, well, I can leave here.
That's locker room talk. Ooh, texting.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
No one spotted me.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Looks like our support switched for DPS. No Genji!
No Genji!
No, not Genji. It was Hanzo all along. Yeah, you first. We don't shoot, we don't shoot, don't shoot. You know it's coming.
It's charging his key.
He's charging his Kamehameha.
Yeah.
They're all dead. I feel bad for putting the soldiers to sleep. Not anymore, because they're all in there.
Freeze!
My camouflage was supposed to be working.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier.
The boy. Yeah.
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you.
Most important, wonderful boy.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Fire? Yes. Cool.
Ah! Ah!
Really? He voiced Spider-Man at one point? What's Spider-Man?
They're so ready to shoot me, but with this guy, they're just like, oh, hey, we know you. You're that Ocelot person. Oh, I'm dead now.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Put him to sleep.
Sokolov, take cover.
Thanks a lot.
Forgetting the laps are there.
Be careful careful so you don't press because that's the upstairs. And don't press any buttons.
You're not the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss...
Really? I gotta check him out later. That's awesome.
Then die.
On IMDb.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Oh, for Spectacular Spider-Man? Wow. I haven't actually watched that one yet, but that's really nice. Thanks for the info. Oh, really? That's a really fun fact.
Shoot him!
What, really?
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do.
That's quite huge.
But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Arkham Origins, apparently.
That's another game series I'd like to play.
But that was some fancy shooting.
You must have a huge portfolio.
Pretty good.
I'll play that. Frankly. When are we gonna start making tacos?
What?
Tacos.
Major, do you read me?
I read you.
Tacos.
Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and
He's
Volgan's.
the voice of Jack in Jack and
Sokolov was
Daxter.
being guarded by the KGB
Wow.
and hunted by GRU?
That's also really
Snake,
huge.
sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Thanks for the fun facts. That's quite the difference.
It's not going back
men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down.
So dramatic.
I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask
dramatic.
for.
But
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form.
it reminds me
If
of
it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
If I were Snake right now, I'd probably shoot him and just drag him along. Not even carry him, just drag him.
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets?
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogel.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Small innocent snake.
Oh. I mean, if my arm is broken that way, I want to make a face like that.
He's seen my face.
You are so right.
We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Oh shit. I just broke your arm here.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
First half hour of the game. This is not even like the first hour. This is like only the first hour of the game, and there's more drama in here than a Spanish soap opera. Throw some Spanish in here, and oh my gosh, it's already channel 34 on American TV. Yo no lo hiciste. Sí, lo hiciste. And then they just
fight.
Yeah.
Throw fists at each other.
Throw fists, not fists.
interests.
Yeah. If there's if there's genuine love interest, a couple of a death or two, some fighting, and then family drama and kids, you already have
Spanish.
That and some Spanish. That's already
Snake, can you hear me?
A soap opera in itself.
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there.
Oh, I know. Could have been.
All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before.
Internal bleeding.
Think you can handle it?
Broken arm. Sure.
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
I'll be right back. Bathroom.
Okay.
Did it.
Oh god. So just for broken bones is a splint and bandage, and then just okay.
This stuff give you descriptions.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind popped pimples, bursting cysts, ruptured abscesses, but not broken bones or dislocated joints.
Then you shouldn't watch the last Olympics. There was one incident that was really gross.
There was actually an incident I saw on a YouTube video. Someone rolling their ankle.
Yeah, I get it.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Oh, you know, I just got a broken arm.
I just set a broken arm, but you know, thanks for worrying about me.
Shagohod.
No, that's the
It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah.
The front part of the Shagohod reminds me of what's it called? They're not infected. They're swarm hosts. I like the front part of it. Looks like a swarm host.
I get to play
Excellent.
part of this one, but I'm gonna get to it.
I'll buy you
Great
DLC.
success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
the Alamo.
Colonel!
That's what the 3's for. 3 X's. He's just saying when bathe in ointment. He was right next to a nuclear blast, so of course.
So congratulations, you made the prologue without being spotted with really nice aiming. That was a very good job.
I did not know you could aim in 3 different ways. Because I'm so used to moving with my left and aiming with my right, but I didn't think that you could actually aim with right. With left, sorry.
Here comes the intro. Best intro of all time. One of them, at least.
What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart. But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
That is the reason why the mascot of Fallout is actually doing.
Oh, that's why he's doing the thumbs up.
Because if your thumb is bigger than the mushroom cloud, you're out of the radius of Fallout. But if it's bigger than your thumb, then you're in the radius.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't realize that.
That'll really crush the spirits of the thousand people that follow nuclear fallout.
That's really, really interesting, actually.
Every break some movies, we get a lot of
Okay. Or it's just a very good coincidence.
Probably the only advice you need to escape Fallout is see how much of a green glow.
Yeah.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace.
Yeah.
Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload anti-free system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after
We have been
me?
unable to find any truth to the internet
Say neither
rumor.
one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the Hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited.
Or sad.
Have a cigar.
Hashtag
Cute.
sad.
Hashtag sad. Hashtag fake news. Whoa.
This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction.
Ah, yes, I know.
Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss?
Yes.
The mother of your special
Yes.
forces?
The Boss.
Yeah, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear
Hearing it
shells
makes my head
and
hurt.
took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member
Similarities
of the
between this scene and Doctor Strangelove.
1 week. You have only
You
1
gotta watch
week.
that again.
And if it is not too much to ask,
It's been
do
too
something
long.
about Volgin as well.
Can't remember
What
much.
is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
It's a movie
Means
best not spoiled.
Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
Ah.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
6 feet under or caught in a nuclear blast.
Yeah.
Probably the blast.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Backpack's still there. What? Nothing.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss?
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
Let's go M
All
already.
right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0.
Aha.
My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate.
Square 0.
Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission.
It's a sneaking mission,
Snake,
but they give you a
if
gun.
you fail this
Not a
mission, it will mean an
gun.
all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
We'll
Understood.
Make sure that you,
Commencing Operation
you need
Snake
to make
Eater.
sure you're sneaky and quiet going through here. Don't shoot a bullet because it's gonna be loud as fuck.
Snake. Heck. That's just a snake.
Oh.
All black.
Oh my god.
Because it's night. So that helps. Tiger Stripe is most effective right now.
There's snakes everywhere. Why?
Because this is the jungle. In Russia.
Welcome to the jungle. They got... What do they got? I don't know what they have in a Russian jungle.
Snakes and horses, I suppose.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home.
Poor snake.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Everyone is gay for Snake.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
I mean, even if I were to look in that direction, I can't. I'm nearsighted. I'm blind. Why don't you listen?
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well.
Just to keep
Just look at that
just to
bandana.
keep slight
If you
or
can't put the
medium
past
spoilers
behind
out of the
you,
chat.
You won't survive long.
Don't worry.
If we meet again, I'll kill you.
You
Now,
can remove messages.
go home.
So I just did that.
Okay, Mr. Moderator.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
You don't have a gun now, so you've got to sneak through.
What's this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
It's the best you have.
Do I have to wait that whole time?
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
You can sneak past. When you're in grass, you go into first person, but when you're outside of grass, you'll be left. Just be careful. Keep watch on the guards. Keep crawling. Good job. There's nothing here. Lie still.
Nobody here.
Just get out on the way. Be careful. Oh shit. Oh shit. What the? Stay in place.
Somebody there? Huh?
Shit.
Who's that?
No.
Remember, when you run up to them and then hold circle, run away, run away.
I can't.
Just run. Just stand up first. There you go. Run. You're on the same path as you were on the last mission, by the way. Try out the knockout.
Okay.
You didn't get knocked out. So when you get up to a guard, just run up to him, hold circle, like, and don't stop pressing forward. Just knock him out.
I see him.
There you go. That's it. That's it. That's it. And they're knocked out. They got stars all over. Now they lost sight. Oh, someone noticed. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. That's the #1 CQC move you gotta learn. And they get knocked out for quite a while too. Not as long as when they're asleep, but still.
I might be following area to area.
Yes, they can. But they don't always. What's ahead of you? Oh, a guard.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Hold R2. You got a stun. That's stun grenades.
Does it work the same way?
Yeah, it comes out.
No, R1 is where.
That's right. Just knock them out.
Huh?
Ooh. You didn't notice it. Not knocked out. It triangle. No. Ah. That's
Triangle!
So there's a checkpoint at every zone you enter. Now you're out of alert, so there's that. Still, you had a very impressive prologue, so you should be happy about that. Or you can do, like, if you want to save stun grenades, you can just wait for him to... Yeah, you can let go.
Huh?
To take away, to drag someone away, you just unequip your gun and then hold square. Pull him into the grass.
I'm gonna do Enid's advice instead.
Wait, are you gonna kill him?
Sure, why not?
Oh, he dropped stuff. What did he drop? Nice.
Okay.
just keep going forward now. You want to?
Who's that? Radio, get us some backup.
You're fine. Now all the guards are away, so you can just go ahead. When it goes down to evasion and caution that fast, that means no more guards are in the area. And very nice of all of you to stay here and watch. Are you having fun?
It reminds me of the first time playing Last of Us. But the difference is that clickers are much more scarier than guys with guns.
Yeah. So, mention that clickers insta-kill you.
Yeah, clickers can insta-kill, and not only that, once they see you, they start chasing you. How do you jump? How do you wall?
You just go up to the wall and press right. Or you can just use X to throw it. You do have a sonar, by the way, a radar that you can use. If you hold L2, and then go to either sonar. A sonar I wouldn't really recommend using a lot, because if you're close to enemies and you click it to emit the pulse, guards can hear you, but not the motion detector. So if you put on the motion detector, you see there, then you'll see dots for every living thing. The more transparent gray ones are like animals and stuff, but the solid white ones I think might be guards. What do you have to say? Clickers are surprisingly easy to get rid of as long as you have a brick or bottle.
Whatever. I can't see.
Clickers are surprisingly easy to get rid of as long as you have a brick or bottle.
They're easier to, well, I found them easier to take out one by one, but in the areas where there's like swarms of them, kind of gave me trouble.
Yeah.
Especially when you're with Tess and Ellie and you're going through the subway.
Yeah. It's a tough game.
But I miss the multiplayer.
I still have the game. I haven't played the multiplayer actually. Oh, go get that thing. Get up on those boxes.
No.
Right. Hold forward. You can just use the arrow keys to walk slowly too. Same here actually. Oh, there's something there. Something there. Behind them. There. Mine detector. To BH, I actually learned most of my stealth tactics though by playing MGS. Haha. Same here. Same here. No, you're on the right track.
Well, your StarCraft skills were not just stalkers and zealots.
I know. I have a limited depth of knowledge in StarCraft. I know fewer strategies better than several strategies decently. Yeah, feel free to explore. You can leap over those kinds of you run up.
Am I supposed to go into that room? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Check out the locker rooms. The lockers. Let's try and go. So yeah, you can look inside lockers and stuff. Ah, you have to equip it from your backpack.
I know. The back.
Yeah, yeah. If you walk towards the door lightly, he just opens it carefully, so you don't alert guards.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me! Trapped.
Get down!
Check out her gun.
There is your answer.
It's that one. That's why.
Oh, it's the lady from the Kiss of Death. Cover your heads.
It's too late for me.
The name's Eva.
God.
Of course.
I did not.
No. Of course the game would.
Oh.
Of course Snake would.
I guess snakes know where two things now. Snake goes for two things.
This wasn't
like
part of
press
the plan.
R1
What
and
happened
caps.
to Adam?
Oh god.
What's your code name?
There is a delay, you'll see it in a
Snake.
bit.
Snake, huh?
Oh, never mind.
Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
The snake and Eva.
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
I'm impressed. Busted.
45, huh? Incredible.
Now he's impressed.
Do you like it?
He loves
The feeding
guns.
ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized. Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you?
My gun.
Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the labs. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new
earlier
weapons.
doesn't need
Security
R1
is
anymore
tight,
since
but
the
if you
camera
disguise
keeps
yourself
zooming in
as a
on their
scientist,
boobs.
you might be able to sneak in.
Does it anyway.
Was that you?
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice.
I'm ignorant
Descend
of what
into
that
area
means.
and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp,
If I recall
there'll be a
correctly.
warehouse.
Okay.
Make your way
I
through
don't know.
the warehouse, and you'll come out just
Perhaps.
south of the lab.
It's
Got it.
interesting, at least.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right then. I'll do something special for you.
I like how his mouth opened.
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down.
Snake!
What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Let's go shooting together, maybe?
Gonna get that?
Ring, 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 ring. Phone call, phone call. Ring, 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 ring. Phone call, phone call.
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
And then just look. Maybe we can do a little bit more and then we can go out to town.
Yeah.
Alright.
Where'd you get that box from?
We're gonna be on a little bit more, but then we're gonna take a break and head out to town a bit. Shopping and stuff. Yeah. But there will be more to come. Thanks very much.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
So far, I'm taking a cheap interest.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit. Let's get out of here.
His
Hurry.
freaking stands right there and everything.
Don't forget your gear.
Oh, Snake.
Here, give me a hand.
Oh, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed as well.
We can use this to get to the basement.
Ocelot.
Damn it! Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
I can't register.
Don't go dying on me now.
He got so heartbroken though. Yeah. Now you have to fight him off. You do have a tranquilizer gun, but now you have your lethal gun. Go into your backpack. Press. And here you can select what items you want. Yeah, you can use it to like listen in on you can listen farther. Stun grenades are handy to have. Oh, you forgot your gun. The Mark 22 is your tranquilizer gun. That one, yeah. Yeah. He says, I mean, if your adoptive mom broke your arm and threw you off a cliff, it'd mess you up too, haha.
That would make sense.
Throw a stun grenade at me, Oh, shit. Careful. CQC them.
Trying.
shit. You gotta cure yourself. I know.
What?
I know very well. It's sad. I think we'll play MGS5 later too. If Nico desires, or if he wants to continue on this. Use knife. Go back. Use your knife. Yeah. Yeah. Now go and hide to recover some.
I did not know where to hide.
Go back inside the room. Because you're almost dead. You're almost dead. You got 3 out of 8 away.
Do you guys get back up?
I don't think so.
Can I like go through that?
There's nobody here.
Go through what?
Can I go through the Can I not go through that manhole or something?
You can. Go up to it and press right. There you go. And you do have to take out everyone. But better position.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to go down there to heal.
And the health, you see that the health is recovering on its own. And it recovers faster depending on how much stamina you have.
Stamina with 4 bars and everything.
Yeah, that's your stamina bar. And it's full right now.
What? Not here? I see him!
Get over here. Cats!
Ah!
Saying you're doing a lot better than I'm not sure about your pronoun than they did. You're doing a lot better than they did on their first. It's going well. It is going well.
Okay. Noted. Thanks. Nah, I should just stated her pronoun. There's one. Try to snipe him. Try to shoot his legs. There he is. Can't see you. Oh, you have your lethal gun. You can unequip it by let go of R1. Don't let go of triangle. Like that. That's one way to get out of it. Okay. Mark 22. Yeah. Give him like a couple. I think he missed. He's there. Shoot him again. Okay, 3 left. Nice. It's the guy on the roof.
Well, yeah, but how can he see me if he's not even on that side of the
Might be walking around. Oh, there's one. Now he's turned around.
I see him!
He's down.
What's wrong?
So, guy on the roof and someone. Oh, there he is. By the way, if you hold R1 and then hold R2 at the same time, you get a clear shot of his head.
Oh crap! I see him!
Oh crap, run! Nice. You can fast reload by double tapping R2, by the way. Oh, yeah, you hit it once. Okay, one. Remember your motion detector. If you go to the sonar, you might as well just see how it works. Go to the sonar, press L3. Now, there's no one nearby. my recollection, they don't wake up ever. Oh, there's one. I think that's the guy. It's a bright. There he is.
How can you not feel anything?
You got it. Oh yeah, that's one. Switch camera modes if you press R3. Now it's the regular third person, and then when you press R3, you can get another. Like, try pressing R3, and then move your camera. You can move around like that. It can be useful sometimes. You want to take a break after this cutscene?
I'm getting hungry.
Heading out after this.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Hope you all enjoyed.
I like this very much.
That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so.
Oh, Ocelot.
A female spy?
Quite the charmer.
This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item.
Burn left and right.
And you're forgetting one more very basic thing.
Might as well just throw it in.
You don't have what it takes to kill me.
Oh no, you can't do that here, by the way.
We'll see.
That's in the last. That's the last time. Ocelot.
6 shots. That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left.
Just put him to sleep.
This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
Shoot up the track dart. Come on.
You'll regret stopping me.
He knocked him out last time.
Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
Sold my.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Either 19 or 21 or something. He's very young.
Yuri. He looks like he's Yuri.
I think so. Alright.
25.
Alright, you want to take a break? Go out. Press select. Go into your codec or radio, and press down. Unless you remember every single frequency.
Here's all the people you can talk to for support and save.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can save that.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Not report out of Los Alamos.
That's a dick
I know.
joke.
So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo.
Yeah, catch you later.
Obliterating everything in its path.
See you later.
It was originally a
good one.
Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
I mean, he's in the jungle. How is he gonna have
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately. That's a good one. Yeah, paramedic does a lot of those. So yeah, it's a treat. Everyone in this game is a treat. So yeah, that's what we're gonna call it for now. Tell me how do you like it?
It's been more funny than actually action-packed. Sorry.
Well, so far, in the beginning, it's a lot of cutscenes and stuff. But yeah, you'll get into it. So you want to keep playing later, maybe?
Yeah.
All right.
After Overwatch.
Yeah. We're gonna play some Overwatch later. So yeah, as well. You did very good. You did very well in this run. The prologue, you didn't get spotted by anyone. You didn't kill anyone either. So that's very impressive.
I feel like I disappointed you on that one.
No, you did really well.
Hey, you went around killing people, and I just went around putting them to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't been going, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, yeah. I think it's more fun to play with tranquilizer guns, but that's just me. Alright, well, we'll see you guys later and next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.